What's going on, guys? Duelim here, back in with another video, and today we're going to be going over my Cosmic Crucible for the week number 12. We've got 2 more weeks, so I want to keep recapping what's working and what's not working for me, so you guys can learn from my mistakes. Trust me, there are plenty. There's plenty this week. And keep getting better for these last couple weeks to make that final push to that bracket that you want to end in, get those diamond orbs, and get the best season reward payouts you can get. So, kicking off with on attack for round 1. As you can see here, I've been using this Lizard, Eval, Sus, APOC, Echo on here. It's a very efficient one-shot. I've been using Lizard over Drax because Drax ends up dying and costing efficiency because a lot of people don't have Drax built. So I've been using Lizard as a villain, Vol as a massive damage hero that has the striker, so the assist, and again, makes it more efficient. Echo, obviously, to stop those assists. And this fight goes really well. So the way it plays out is Lizard will go first, and then their Super Scroll will go, but Lizard will have taunt, so he'll just rewind Lizard, and then Vol, since Vol's behind Lizard. Then your Super Scroll goes, puts a little bit of damage on their Super Scroll. Specials whoever's next to Super Scroll to get a little bit of damage on him. Then when Apocalypse ults, make sure you're targeting the Ms. Marvel, and then he'll get the Disrupt, and then you should be able to Falcon Punch their Super Scroll out. Super easy. Really, really efficient, as you can see, 8367. Next up, we got New Warriors going into Rebirth. Super straightforward. No need to talk about that. Third, Infinity Watch. I'm absolutely loving this counter. You can use Omega Red here, and you can also use Shang-Chi if you don't have Doom. Shang-Chi is another good one because they have a lot of buffs. Then it's pretty much just using Special on Nebula, taking those revives off of Nebula and Gamora. Icarus ults, get that double tap, and then the rest just fall down pretty easily. Room number 4, I use Masters of Evil with Emma here because they have a Nick Fury with New Avengers. Not the most efficient, but the problem is I played it incorrectly. I ability blocked Coulson. I like to ability block Tigra when Coulson's not that big to make sure Tigra doesn't do her thing, and then you can actually rewind Coulson into Oblivion because of the Moonstone will go before him. Kang will go before him again. There's a lot of things that can control the Agent Coulson, but if it is a massive Coulson, then yes, you do have to take him out first because his ult does extremely good damage and then calls in 2 assists. Room number 5, this is where the pain started. As you can see, I used Superior 6 with Vulture. I did see in Mobile Gamers video that Vulture placement matters. I do have Vulture on the far right, which is the complete wrong way to place him, so that could have had something to do with it. I'm not sure. It failed twice because I kept pushing the Nightcrawler too quickly or killing him. Forge would get turn meter because the Cyclops is here, and then Forge would clear the ability, take 1 turn with the ability block, take another turn because the turn meter, 100% turn meter overcapped him, and then he would take another turn ult, and then it was over from there. Last, I took in Superior 6 with Mysterio over Spider Slayer. I used Mysterio because chat told me to. I really feel like the only reason it worked is because I didn't focus Nightcrawler as much in this fight, and I went all in on Forge. Also, not having the offense up might have been beneficial because then I wasn't pushing characters because I didn't have more damage. But yeah, it ended up doing well. Room 6, an absolute travesty here. I used Tangled, Nova, Kestrel, Shang-Chi. This essentially failed because I did not use my Nova stun on Red Hulk. It should have absolutely worked perfectly, but I was already tilted out of my mind from room 5, and this was just very unfortunate, very poor play. Looking at my defense here, you can see he used Darkhold Dormammu on my Darkhold with Noir. Doesn't go the best here, as you can see. It actually went pretty bad. This is a great efficiency sink. Room number 2, he Young Avengers my Infinity Watch because my Infinity Watch is tiny. Still not the best efficiency, though, in 8355. Room number 3, he used Tangled with full Undying, and it did not work. My Thanos and Quicksilver are massive, so you got to watch out for that. Then he brought in Doom, Kestrel, Vol, Big Time, and Omega Red. Coming to room number 4, New Warriors on Gamma Dorm, the right way to play that. Number 5, he used his Superior 6. He actually used Lizard over Vulture, which I think is not the right way to do it. I have a pre-taunt in here, so you have to hit the pre-taunt off rip. But he used Lizard, so he doesn't have to hit the pre-taunt because Lizard goes first. But my Nightcrawler and Rogue survived. Then he came in with a big cleanup as well. Then room 6, he used MOE APOC against my Secret Defenders with a level 1 Strange. And again, efficiency sink, took APOC to do it, and he only got a 56. Next matchup, we went against Allen. Let's see, on my attacks, I used MOE APOC in room 1. against a Scroll Darkhold big time. This matchup took a turn and took a turn fast. I had really bad RNG here. This matchup usually works really well because the speed up gets taken off big time. APOC obviously punches Super Scroll. But yeah, didn't do my best here. It's still cleared, but barely. Room number 2 is going to be Super Scroll, Doom, Vol is a hero, Hela is a villain, Nick Fury is a hero against a full Superior 6. This is essentially Doom and Scroll kill Superior 6. Whenever you go against Superior 6 and you're using your Super Scroll on offense, you always want to basic first because they have 0 turn meter because Super Scroll gets so much to start. So Superior 6 has no turn meter to start. But if you use your basic, the Superior 6 will then gain some turn meter, even though Super Scroll will go again. Then you use the special, so you're actually rewinding them. A nice little trick that helps out there. Next up, I used the same Infinity Watch killer here. Had a little bit of poor RNG, but still an 8355, not the worst. A bigger Infinity Watch as well. Room number 4. Crawled through this one, didn't we? Extremes are just the bane of my existence right now. I don't like Dormammu on offense here because if you're using Superior 6, Dormammu doesn't do anything, and he just stands there, and we clear the Superior 6 clears the revive, so I don't see much of a point of having a Dormammu there. Room number 5 on offense, New Warriors absolutely smacks full Secret Defenders, which is great. In every single room, they do awesome. Room number 6, we got Tangled, Nova, Kestrel, Emma. Got my revenge on a Gamma. Played it correctly. As you could see, this works better. Let's grab over to defenses here. My room 1, he used Tangled, Omega Red, Echo, and Vol. Pretty efficient here. Echo being used here is correct. Good for him. Room number 2, Undying with Slayer to take the revives off, and then Vulture just for funsies, I'm assuming. Decently efficient 8361. Mine was a little bit less efficient here on his Infinity Watch, but it's normally more efficient than that. Room number 3, he had trouble with the Black Order Quicksilver. As you see, this Black Order Quicksilver just it takes people by storm because of the Thanos and the Quicksilver, the only ones being big. He got a combat canceled here, which was great. Room number 4, he used APOC, Pegasus, and Quicksilver on my Dorm Gamma here. 8363, decently efficient, but had to use APOC and Quicksilver and Kestrel, so in my opinion. Room number 5, MOE, full. Couldn't get through the Gambit or the Forge. Used Deathseed to clean up. Good on him. Room number 6, using New Warriors against my Secret Defenders. This is the correct team to use here. But the problem is the correct team to use against my Gamma is also New Warriors. That's where my defense kind of trips people up. Coming into the last round, I went against Head Fake. Coming in room number 1 on my attack, I used New Warriors Echo on Secret Defenders with a Cyclops. Cyclops does absolutely nothing here. The Echo got deleted because Black Cat just chose Echo with the ult, so it is what it is. Not a big deal. It happens to the best of us. Next room, we used Tangled with Nova, Kestrel, and Iron Man Infinity War. Iron Man Infinity War gives damage to Kestrel with his passive, so that helps out a bunch. Makes it really efficient. It was against a Darkhold Rolk. The Rolk did absolutely nothing. He was the one I trauma stunned, and then it was over. I'm starting to like the Iron Man Infinity War over Emma here because I have extra damage, and since I never really take damage because I always have the charges up, Iron Man Infinity War being low really doesn't matter. Room number 3, same Infinity Watch counter. As you can see, this one went way better than the last round, and it's pretty much the same team size. 8365 Infinity Watch is always a good to go. Also, in room 3, when you are going against Infinity Watch, if it's in room 3, you want to try to kill the Moondragon before the Phyla. If it's in any other room, you want to kill Phyla first because you don't want Moondragon using her ult turn 1 because then it just kills efficiency. Room number 4, this is the correct way to play it here. As you can see, 8368 went so much better. MOE Emma, again, ability block Tigra with Titania ult, and then use the special on the other 3 that are in the corner somewhere else. And then just make sure you rewind Coulson or stun Coulson with the Moonstone ultimate. They'll never take a turn, and even when they do take a turn, they're probably blind or they're almost dead, so it really doesn't matter. Room number 5, once again, limping through this. They used a Captain America here, which it causes blocks on or deflects on spawn, so the initial Vulture hit doesn't do as much damage or may not take off the speed up, whatever it is, but it's definitely not worth it. I don't think using a Cap America here is worth it. It'd be better just to throw in a Cyclops or a pre-taunt tank to soak up that first turn. But he literally didn't move. He didn't taunt. He didn't do anything. So yeah, this worked barely, but it worked. And then in room 6, I used Apoc, Sus, Vol, Doom, and Cyclops. Cyclops is here for an extra hero. Vol for the hero. Doom and Apoc for the villains. He used Sus, Mysterio, Psylocke, AA, and Quicksilver. I think he was trying to use a bunch of people that didn't get buffs, but the problem is Mysterio with his clones gets buffs. Psylocke also gives dodge, counterattack, and something else on spawn to Archangel and herself. So a lot of buffs to go into there. My Super Scroll obviously went first. It was pretty much downhill from there for him. Let's go to defense here for round 3. We got Tangled, Nova, Kestrel, Emma. Against my Darkhold with Noir. Emma got deleted turn 1. You should use Echo here over Emma because you don't need the speed, but a lot of people don't know that. Room 2, he used Dorm, Eternals, and Undying here, which is a great sync for me. If you got a 64, that's fine, but he used Dorm, Eternals, and Undying here, so that's a win for me in my opinion. On room 3, he used Apoc, Doom, Omega Red, Shang-Chi, and Loki against my Black Order and Quicksilver. Obviously, it's mostly just a fact of Doom and Apoc going at it and just deleting my team. But again, it soaked up an Apoc and soaked up a Doom, so I'm pretty happy about that. Next room in 4, he used full MOE against my Darkhold Gamma with Dormammu, which worked well. 83-63, not too bad. Got some health efficiency taken away from Ultron. He lost a point there. Still, if it's taking a Masters of Evil, I'll take it. That's a master key to take out a team that's getting pretty old. Room number 5, he used Superior 6. He took out Spider Slayer, so he didn't have the offense up, which is why I think the turn bonus was a little bit worse, but he did get a one-shot. He does have a really massive Superior 6 as well. His is like 300k larger than mine. 2 diamond Kraven, 2 diamond Vulture, 1 diamond on Doc Ock as well. Pretty massive team, but he was able to one-shot it, so good on him. And then room 6, he was using New Warriors against my Secret Defenders, which is the correct team to use here, like we've said. But my defense makes you choose between using New Warriors here or New Warriors on my Gamma, and it's kind of hard to make that choice. So that's it for Cosmic Crucible, week number 12 for the recap. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. It's helping me learn a lot, honestly, and I'm really enjoying learning more about it. And I hope it's making you guys learn a little bit more and look at your matchups a little heavier after they're done so you can learn what you did wrong. And then you can also learn from it and then get better and better. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later, y'all.